So, I am going to be doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I was tagged to do this by a book fiend named Mel. Her video is linked down below in the comments, and here I am doing it. Basically, there are questions, I will answer them. I'm scared of what the answers may be. I have not looked at the questions. I have seen Mel's video, and I've seen quite a few other Unpopular Opinion tag videos, so really I should know the questions, but I have a memory of a goldfish. So, despite the fact that I don't remember any of these questions at all, so this is going to be fun, isn't it? So, oh, I'm on the wrong page. That's stupid. So, the first one is a popular book or series that you don't like. So, my answer to that, I feel as though I have to go with one of my recent DNFs. Popular book I don't like is Wuthering Heights. Now, for those of you that love Wuthering Heights, I really can understand the appeal. And for those of you that have paid attention to my Winter DNS video, Wuthering Heights is the book that won the vote, which means I do have to read and finish Wuthering Heights. I'm not allowed to DNF it again. So I will be getting to the end of it, you will be glad to know. But I do see the appeal of why everyone likes it. I understand. I think the story's quite good. It was fairly solid. I was actually personally enjoying it myself. I took issue with the writing style because I wasn't used to it. And I think that's a fair reason for people to not read the book, because they're not a fan of the writing style. And it is an old writing style. And I think I need to just kind of get more into it to understand that. But I really was enjoying it. I was enjoying the story. I thought it was fun. What I didn't like, and what really eventually made me DNF the book, was the fact that I checked how far through the book I was, and I realised I was nowhere near halfway, and I thought I just couldn't carry on reading this book because I wasn't loving it at the time. I was dedicating all of my time to reading it instead of reading alongside other books so I could spread it out, and realising that I wasn't even halfway and I still had so long to go really put me off. So it might be a bit of a cheat because I'm saying that it wasn't bad, but it seems to be one of these classics that everyone absolutely adores. I don't think I've met many people who don't like Wuthering Heights, and I'm not even looking forward to rereading it. Like, I am, because I want to get to the end and then I can officially say I've read it, but I'm not a lover of it, to be perfectly honest. Question 2 is a popular book or series that I love that other people don't like. And the answer is easy for me. And I know it sounds a bit daft, but I absolutely love Twilight. I love the book series. Film series can go to hell. I hate it. It is the worst film series ever. But the books were actually good, and I don't know why. Like, there was nothing amazing about them, but I read the books and I thought they were fun. I loved them in comparison to the movies. Maybe that's why I like them. And to be honest, I haven't read them in about 10 years, so opinions may have changed. But at the time of reading them, I really, really enjoyed them. I actually got through them in a week. I read all 4 of them, binged them, and finished them in a week. All 4. And that last book is a chunky fella, so, you know, well done me. And I didn't really read as much as I do then. I really read like 1 book a month at that point. So I really do like that series. I think it's got good characters in it. I think Bella's a much better character than she is in the film series. Some of the other characters are a lot better. The only thing I didn't like as much in the book, as I absolutely loved it in the movie, is Charlie. Charlie is life. Charlie is just life. I love him. He's the best thing to come out of the Twilight movies. But I really did enjoy the series. It was different, and I think after reading it, after seeing so many of the horrible movies, it was just refreshing to actually enjoy Twilight for once. So, big fan. I am a big fan. Question 3 is a love triangle where the main character ended up with someone you don't like, or an OTP that I don't like. And going to read that again. Question 3 is a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person I didn't want them to end up with, or an OTP that I don't like. And I feel as though it's an obvious way to go. A lot of people have the same opinion as me, so it's not really an unpopular opinion. But Harry Potter and Ginny Weasley. Like, they were good. Book series wise, Ginny is a fantastic character. She's fairly matched with Harry. Like, maybe they suited. I just don't like that they ended up together. I don't know why. I don't like the fact that it ended on a romance. Like, this book wasn't really romantic, and I could see Ron and Hermione together, and I was liking it. I was all for it. But Harry didn't need a person. Like, he didn't need a couple. And I feel as though if he had a couple, he should have ended up with someone different. Now, I can't really say who. There's an ongoing battle in my head that Harry should have ended up with Luna, because, you know, Luna might be a bit weird, but she is lovely. She is a truly adorable person, and she's a bit kooky and strange and fun, and that'll kind of bring out more of the fun in Harry. And I think after such a troubled life and a horrible upbringing and being so hurt all the time, the idea of him with Luna is quite quirky and fun, and also really understands him. Like, she's lost a parent as well. She lost her mum. She knows how he feels. She's been an outcast because of how she is. Harry was an outcast because the Dursleys hated him. They would have made a really good couple. I think he would have grounded her. She would have helped him explore some more of his kooky side. But also, she just truly loves and cares for everybody, and she's an amazing character. But I do also feel like Luna and Neville are goals, and I'm sad they didn't end up together. So, anyway, tangent. That could be a whole other video. What I'm going to say is I'm not a big fan of Harry and Ginny. I get it. I understand it. I'm just not a big fan. Question 4 is a popular genre that you hardly ever reach for. I feel like the list is endless. Classics, romance, sci-fi, fantasy. They are my top 4. Hardly ever read them. I've been doing better. I really have. Y'all need to check out all of my videos because I have done so better. Well done. Much smart. I've been doing so well, honestly. I've read some sci-fi this year. I've read a few romances. I've picked up some classics. May have DNF'd a few. But I've done so well. And, you know, fantasy, I made an attempt. I'm loving a bit of light fantasy, not really into the epic fantasy. But I give it a go and I'm happy with it. So I'm proud of myself for how I'm doing. But the very popular ones, the classics, the romances, the fantasy books, you know, I just don't reach for. They're not what I like. I love my thrillers, you can probably tell by the fact that, I don't know how many books are on this shelf, but by the fact that the majority of them are thrillers, y'all can tell that I love my thrillers. And I do love my thrillers. And I also love YA and light fantasy books, as I've just mentioned. So they're what I reach for. I don't reach for the other ones as much, and I wish I did, and I am getting better at it, so I'm not going to say that's bad for me because I am doing really well. I just need to get even better now. Question 5 is a popular or beloved character that you don't like. Now, I originally thought this was an unpopular opinion, but I seem to have fallen down a rabbit hole where everyone kind of agrees with me now, and that I'm back to Harry Potter. I'm sorry. I hate Dumbles. Like, when I first read it, I kind of thought, oh, he's kind of sweet. But he's so reckless. Realistically, he is a horrible, horrible character. I'm sorry, don't come for me, okay, guys? It is just an opinion. I'm sorry y'all don't agree. If you do agree, good. If you don't agree, I'm sorry. It's just an opinion. Don't come for me. But we can have a lively debate. I don't mind a debate. Just don't come for me. I'm not a fan of Dumbles. I think he's just reckless, and when it comes to like all of the Harry, just everything with Harry, when he's doing all of these things to save Harry, Like, he just wants to test the waters. He wants to see how far he can go. Like, that's how it is. End of story. Like, I watched a video by Murphy Napier talking about her things that don't make sense in the Harry Potter books. And in the first book, Dumbledore has to go to the Ministry of Magic and come back because he realised that he was being called upon, got there, realised he weren't called upon, and then come back. And he flew there by broom. He could have apparated, he could have done the flu powder, he could have done anything. But instead, he flew, which is the slowest method of transportation, barring walking. Like, he just did that, and then did come back. And I am utterly convinced it is because he knew what was going to go down in the wherever it was, where the stone happens, where the Mirror of Erised was. He knew what were going to go down. He knew Harry was going to go after it. He knew Quirrell was going to be there. He knew it was going to be the whole Voldy mashup thing. And he just wanted to see what would happen. And I'm convinced. Same with the Goblet of Fire. I feel as though he just wanted to see what had happened. And I think he just really kept testing the waters because he knew Harry was special and he wanted to just see how far he can go. And I just think that was cruel. Like, he didn't tell him half of the things he needed to know. He didn't tell him things that would have saved him so much trouble. All of the stuff with the Horcruxes, the fact that he knew Harry was a Horcrux and didn't tell him, and that would have saved Harry so much time. It would have helped so much. And just because in the grander scheme of things it was better to do it that way, no, it wasn't. I can't agree that Dumbledore was a caring, loving character to Harry, and I used to think that, but the more I think about it and the more I read about it, I just think he was reckless, and really he wanted to just try out as much as he could rather than doing what was best for Harry. So, character I'm not a fan of, Dumbles. Now the next question is an author I just can't seem to get into, and this is quite difficult for me really because I tend to just like read one book by an author, and if I'm not a fan I just don't pick up another book by the author. Usually because it's the writing style or something like that I'm not a fan of, so it's very rare that I pick up multiple books by authors and then realise that I'm not a fan. So I think I'm going to have to go with Nicholas Sparks, because I have attempted 3 of his books. I forgot all about it. I read The Best of Me this year and DNF'd it. And then before that, I'd also picked up 2 other books. I think A Walk to Remember and The Notebook. And I forgot all about them because I remember getting like 10 pages in thinking I can't do it. And I just think he's one that he has a very specific writing style, like the boring one. And I think you've got to really enjoy romances to kind of just get into the story, because I don't. I've also watched the films, don't enjoy them either. So I'm just going to go with him. Like, no regrets. Again, don't come for me. Now, the next question is a popular book trope you are tired of seeing, and I can't emphasize it enough. Insta-love. I hate it. I hate it. It is the worst thing to ever come out of books. I just hate it. It stresses me out. Also not a fan of love triangles. Some love triangles work, but most of them don't, because it's fairly obvious who you're going to go with. So what's the point of the love triangle when you know which person they're going to pick? You know if you're in the middle, they're going to pick for that one. So why is this fella getting all up in my business? Like, it's just pointless. So, a lot of stress, a lot of anger, a lot of deep feelings when it comes to tropes. I ain't getting started because I will just rant. Now, the next question is a popular book or series that I have no interest in reading. And for this, I'm not going to give you an answer. Actually, I will give you a bit of an answer. I'm going to name one. But what I'm going to let you know is that I have an entire video dedicated to this, which comes out tomorrow. So make sure you watch that when that comes out. Yeah, just watch that. So what I'm going to say, popular book series I have no interest in reading, and I'm going to say the Mistborn trilogy. It was just the first one I could think of. I have absolutely no interest in reading it. It's quite popular at the moment, but I'm not really interested in any epic or high fantasies. The genre's not really for me, and I just don't fancy it. So check out my entire video dedicated to this, which will come out tomorrow. Yeah. Now, question 9 is, the saying goes that the book is always better than the movie. But what movie or TV show adaptation is better than the book? So for this one, I feel as though it's quite clear I could easily go with The Stranger by Harlan Coben, because I've got an entire video dedicated to that. Check that out. And I think the TV series was so well done in comparison to the book. Also, I'm checking my shelves. Really, I think that's it. It's very rare I enjoy the film more. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with that one. I don't have to give more than one answer, so that is the one answer I'm going to give. And, oh, is that it? Oh, that's rubbish. I thought there was 10 questions. Or have I just skipped some? No, that is it. Turns out there are only 9 questions. So, they are my unpopular opinions. Thank you so much to Mel for tagging me in this. And I am going to tag some people. So, I am going to tag Brooke from Brooke's Books, Keris from A Library of Keris, and Cole through the Pages. So, do the tag. If you've already done the tag, I do apologise. I just kind of picked people out of thin air, and I thought I'd pick people who would be able to do the tag. So, if you've done it, oh well, you've been tagged, you've done it, problem done. Like, end of. But if you've not done it, get it done. So that is all from me. I post every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, and then intermittently throughout the week. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you later.